bunny. I hope you've been having a wonderful, wonderful week. And even if not, that's okay too. Little bunny, get over here. Come cuddle up with me and let's take a nice, calming, big, deep breath together. Here we go. I've got you, little bunny. I've got you. I've got you. I've got you. You are safe here. You are protected here. You are loved here. And you will always have here. Cuddle up and make this a home if you would like it, because I ain't going nowhere forever. You got that? I will always, always, always be by your side for as long as you want me. You can come, you can go, you can nap, you can jump up and down, you can go out on adventures, you can go on adventures with me. We can do whatever you and I want, little bunny. This is our time for you and me to spend together with smiles and relaxation. And we can chat about anything. And I'm in a creaky chair right now. Can you hear the creaky chair? I am not in the garden library. I am traveling. I am at a family house. This Thanksgiving, I am at my parents' house, or I guess it's my mom's house now. And I am in the room that was my dad's study, but he never used it. It's a storage room for books. You think books look so sexy, little bunny, when you see them in the movies or imagine them or in the drawings. This is like a not sexy collection of books. This is just a hoarding situation of just way too many paperback books. And books do not look nearly as aesthetic as you think when there are all these different colors and different fonts and different sizes. It just looks like a mess. So I am really in a library right now, I suppose, with many, many books that have been pretended to be read. Oh. What are we even talking about this week, little bunny? What are we even doing? I don't know, but I have a beverage. See if you can guess what this is already. That's an unusual beverage sound. Let's listen again. That'd actually be a good sound effect in a spicy audio. Just imagine. Wait, hold on. That's the plastic one. See if we can get the liquid here. Okay, well, now I can just hear the plastic. Okay, maybe it'd be a bad sound effect for a spicy audio. If you do want to hear spicy audios, the Patreon is for ages 18 to 800 only, little bunny. Because things get very mischievous and you must be able to handle them. And also just because that's how I declare the rules are. You can find the link if you're a smart little bunny. And I am ready to crack open this. Can you guess what it is, little bunny? This drink here. This is what it sounds like to crack open. Oh, hold on. This is so hard with one hand. Hold on. Let me do two hands. Okay, there's your hand. I just started talking into this, the beverage. Okay. Did you get your hint? It has a plastic top. It shakes, and it is not terribly tasty. It's a protein shake, little bunny. And I guess that's the theme of the episode, isn't it? For you to get your protein, little bunny. Drink protein shakes. I don't have a sponsorship, but that would be a great sponsor. I'm just going to tell you, little bunny, I want you to get some protein shakes because I want you to be a nourished little bunny. I want you, little bunny, to be a nourished little bunny. There's a difference between caring about you and caring for you. And I care about your happiness. I care about your health. And the way I will care for your happiness and for your health, little bunny. Excuse me. Is to make you freaking drink protein shakes, little bunny. Gotta make sure you get enough calories in your day and enough protein. And you can do the protein without meat if you so choose. That is totally doable. And you can do it without any animal products. Any animal products. You can do black beans and soy. Will get you a long way there. So that's the episode. Daddy wants to nourish you. It sounds so strange. I don't like the phrasing. I don't know why. I'm going to nourish you, little bunny. Get over here. Daddy wants to nourish you. Something doesn't quite work right. It feels like something. I don't quite know. But Daddy cares for you. I care for you, little bunny. I don't just care that you're happy. I want to be part of it. I want to have a hand in it. I can't make you happy without you helping out. You got to help me make you happy. You got to do your part too. But I truly love the idea that I can help make you happy, little bunny. Oh, you're going to bring tears to my eyes. Tears to my eyes. How good it feels for me to know that I can really help you. Something purrs in my heart. So you don't let me down, right, little bunny? You're not going to let me down. You're going to do your part to keep your life healthy with plenty of protein and enough calories. You're going to do your part and clean your room. You're going to do your part and get out there, go on walks. You're going to do your part, get out there and find social gatherings, be around people. You are invited to things, little bunny. You are invited to so much. And you're going to make me happy by reaching out to people. I don't like this chair that creaks. I had a great Thanksgiving with family. And I had a great conversation. It wasn't too long. But there's someone in my family who I did not truly realize is a freaking wizard at tech stuff. Like he's a senior level software engineer at, I don't even know where, honestly. It's like, holy shit, I have people I can turn to ask questions about Little Bunny. I'm over here working on this startup, which is going to be great if you love romance stories and if you love sexy voices and if you love this sexy voice of your dear daddy Lindy telling you a story, then you're going to love the startup. So, Little Bunny, your family Think about how far out you can draw your family. You might have parents and a sibling, but do you have aunts and uncles and cousins maybe? Do you have grandparents? Do you have more distant? Do you have families that you might have married into or through like a relationship? Or where can you find, like how far out can you draw the boundary of your family, little bunny? Is there someone in your family who you could reach out to that would make your life better? This could be confiding in someone if you've been having bad thoughts, little bunny, and you know they're bad thoughts and you want to rid yourself of bad thoughts, and you've been keeping it to yourself. Someone older than you in your family, reach out, say, hey, can I talk about something? I'm embarrassed, but it's important. And then they will say, sure, of course, what's up? And you can say, I've been having these bad thoughts. They go like this. And then you end suffering in silence. And you then suffer in the presence of someone else whom you trust, who's older than you. And boom, that's a way of nourishing you, little bunny. You nourishing yourself. What else might you need from a family member? Is there career advice of some kind, little bunny? Is there parenting advice of some kind? Is there someone in your family whom you look up to as a parent of their own kids? And maybe you're a parent, little bunny. You could talk to that family member, reach out and say, I would love to hear your thoughts on raising a kid. Could it be, little bunny, someone in your family, if you draw that circle of your extended family, is there someone whom you admire who is always making people laugh? And at family gatherings, whether it's Thanksgiving or some other family gathering, they'll say something that's not even that funny. And everyone erupts in laughter. And maybe you think to yourself, damn, wouldn't it be nice if I had that charisma? You can send them a text message, a little bunny. You can say, hey, I love how funny you are, exclamation mark. Teach me, smiley face. Boom, little bunny. Boom, reaching out to people. People want to help you. No matter what it is that you need, little bunny, people do want to help you. And one of the beautiful, beautiful things about family is that people, I guess, feel more obligated to help you. That's the dark side of family too. To some degree, you're obligated to present yourself in whatever way that maybe you don't care for. That you're obligated to do whatever, fit in whatever norms. You no longer have the freedom to live your life as you would like it. But one of the beautiful things about family is that they really will like to help you. They'll be interested in what you have to say. They do care about you. And if you reach out, caring about you will become caring for you. You could even offer your love to someone in your family that you think might be struggling. What if you're like me, little bunny, and you feel a need to nourish someone else in the most safe for work, wholesome way? Maybe the person in your family that you can reach out to is someone that you feel wants to reach out to someone else. You feel they may want to reach out to you, little bunny. And so you extending your hand, maybe in person, I suppose. Say, hey, come here, tell me how you're doing. I don't know if you would say let me in, but it's like, tell me how you're doing. I want to understand how you're doing. Something along those lines. It takes a little emotional intelligence to get people to open up. And it's different for every person. Is that enough carrot for you, little bunny? Should we just hang out now? Oh, the last thing that you must do before we are off the clock, little bunny, is you must tell me to nourish myself. Say, Daddy, drink your protein shake, nourish yourself. You need those protein because you didn't get any protein today because you didn't eat turkey. Okay, here we go. If you insist, little bunny, I will drink this protein, which is, what flavor is this? I'm in the dark, I can't see. Looks like some kind of cookie dough or something. Cookie dough, 1 gram of sugar cookie dough. Oh, this was an impulse purchase. Do you know Costco, little bunny? Do you know the store Costco? They only sell stuff in bulk. So it's very popular if, like for restaurant owners, let's say, if you own a small restaurant, you wouldn't go to a grocery store to get all your food because there's already markup on those, right? If you know your business terms. So you might go to Costco and you just buy like freaking huge boxes of all this stuff. It's just like straight from the factory, from whatever food factory. And so as an impulse, it's crazy. There's like impulse buys when you go to Costco. And so it's like huge box of like 50 protein shakes was an impulse buy at Costco because price per unit is so low. So I got like, every time I come back to visit here, I have to like chip away at this 50 box of cookie dough protein shakes. Ooh. Oh, little bunny. Do you ever do impulse buys? Dangerous. Very dangerous, little bunny. Just randomly buy something. You're like, quick, let me buy this before I change my mind. You ever have yourself in those situations? Man, I don't know how I can nourish you out of making impulse buys. I don't know. I'll figure that out in another episode. I think we're just going to hang out for the rest of the night. What do you think? Just going to hang out in this creaky chair. Let me tell you more about this library. Let me continue to shower on the aesthetic of a bookshelf. I'm sorry, little bunny, but a real to life to goodness bookshelf is not super aesthetic. I have to be honest. It's not like it looks like in those, wizard libraries where everything is this leather-bound book that all kind of match each other in this right way, and the pages have this glimmer to them. No, it's just like, I don't know, little bunny. It's a lot of graphic design that does not match, of different heights, different thicknesses. These are all paperbacks, by the way, which aren't as aesthetic as hardback, but it's like different color palettes, like different. There's so much. I'm looking at 300 different fonts right now on this bookshelf. And I mean, unless you color code them, which is so tacky. Don't color code your books, little bunny, because then they really are decoration. Oh, man. I think the only way to really make a bookshelf truly aesthetic, unless you're going with the fake leather bound books, get the old books from the thrift stores that are falling apart, which those do look pretty badass, I have to say. I think the only way to truly make a bookshelf aesthetic is if you have a true relationship with every book on the shelf. You've either read it or read enough to know that it belongs on your shelf. And it becomes a symbol. In that sense, little bunny, if you have a bookshelf where every book on it has meaning, that you have a connection with that book, that is aesthetic. That's badass. Let me pull a random book off this shelf. Ready? Let's just see what this is. Okay. This is called Myths of Rich and Poor. Why We're Better Off Than We Think, by Michael Cox and Richard Alm. Actually, but this is interesting. Let's just read it. Let's open it up. Part 1. Myths about Income and Living Standards. Chapter 1. Waking Up to Good Times. I'm in the dark. Hold on. Turn my screen brightness. In the America of the 1990s, hard luck stories weren't hard to find. Just look on the front page of the New York Times. James Charlo, a 51-year-old Los Angeles resident with 2 grown daughters, lost a $130,000 a year job with Eastman Kodak in January 1993. He spent more than 2 years searching in vain for work, all the while depleting the family's savings. In Baltimore, job instability had gnawed away at Renee Brown's paychecks since the early 1980s, when she earned $8.50 an hour at a meatpacking plant. After that, she worked for $7.25 an hour in a bank's mailroom, $4.75 an hour loading newspapers, and $4.25 an hour cleaning office buildings. Connecticut's 51-year-old Stephen Holthausen, his marriage a casualty of the family. Just go to sleep, little bunny. Shh, go to sleep. I've already committed to the bit. I'm sorry, little bunny. I think the rest of the episode is going to be me pulling random books off of my dad's bookshelf that he never read and reading you the first paragraph, okay? Done. That's what I'm doing the rest of the episode. I'm off the clock. I can do whatever I want. You can go to sleep or smile or tune me out. Where were we? $4.75 an hour loading newspapers and $4.25 an hour cleaning office buildings. Connecticut's 51-year-old Stephen Holthausen, his marriage a casualty of the family's faltering finances, found work dispensing tourist information for the state at $12,000 a year, barely a quarter of what he once made as a loan officer. All right, we're going to read the back blurbs now. Okay, so this is Myths of Rich and Poor. We're going to read one of these. I definitely can't read one of these on the back. It's too controversial. Okay. This book is a fascinating eye-opener that somehow manages to shoot out numbers like a submachine gun and yet keep you thoroughly engrossed. That is by the publication Reason. Cox and Allen succeed admirably in showing that Americans, rich and poor alike, have indeed arrived. Bloomberg Business Review. Okay. Let's see what else we can randomly. It's dark, so I don't even know what I'm pulling. Oh, wow. this book? Oh, it's dusty. That's the sign of a well-read book that wasn't just bought. Okay. Okay, this is called Sources in 20th Century Political Thought by Henry S. Carriall. Let's read one of the back blurbs. This volume is an exhaustive collection of primary sources and writings illustrating the origins and development of 20th century political thought. Each selection is introduced by a note providing biographical and bibliographical information. The selections are directly related to the editor's work in this volume's companion book, In Search of Authority. We are going to turn open, little bunny. Should we turn open to the first page or a random page? Oh my God, this episode's getting worse and worse, but I'm having more and more fun. Okay. Chapter 1, Friedrich Nietzsche. Fortunately, the unity of the themes running through Nietzsche's writings cannot be shattered by an it's so dark. I will not turn on the light though. Cannot be shattered by an offering of excerpts. So consistently was Nietzsche preoccupied by the conflict between the forces of the intellect and the forces of life that, cutting fragments out of his work, much of it erratic and aphoristic in any event, does not damage the cogency of his prophecy. The cogency of his prophecy, little bunny, what does that mean? It means he's a freaking wizard who was right. Okay, another book. How about this one? I can't even see, it's so dark. Okay, this one. Oh, this one is dusty, the sign of a well-read book. It's called Religion in Society, A Sociology of Religion by Ronald L. Johnstone. We're going to read the very last sentence of the book. What do you think the last sentence of Religion in Society, A Sociology of Religion? 8th edition, little bunny, 8th edition. They had to go through 7 times before they got it right. Okay. Actually, I don't know. I don't know what they constitute as an edition or not. Okay, where are we? I hate to spoil the end of the book for you, little bunny. So I gotta get through like a glossary. I don't know. Okay, you ready for the last line of the book? As such, religion in some form, or rather in a variety of forms, not only is a part of society, but will remain so. All right. Let's see what else we can find here. Let's do this one. This one's sideways. So there's so many books that there's not enough room to do them horizontally. So they got to like stack the books horizontally on top of the books. All right. What is this? By the way, some of these books are duplicates. But I would buy a book and I forget he owns it and then buy it again. Okay. This is There's No Such Thing as Free Speech, and It's a Good Thing Too by Stanley Fish. Okay. Let's read. Oh, okay. I just opened to the last page of part 1. Let's see what it says. The last sentence of part 1 goes, liberalism, however, defines itself by that difference, by its not being the program of any particular group or party, and therefore, in the absence of that difference, one can only conclude, and conclude non-paradoxically, that liberalism doesn't exist. I found something very interesting here, little bunny. Let me make sure that this is what I think it is. thought my dad had made a note in this, like a little note mark. It looked like it was a question mark. Oh my God. My dad annotated this book. Yeah, holy shit. He did read this one. Okay. Let's see. Let's invade his privacy and see what he wrote here. Just underlining random parts. Let's find one. Okay, here's a section that he thought was worth noting. Okay. Where does this sentence is so long I can't tell where it starts. In short, what is and what is not a reason will always be a matter of faith, that is, of the assumptions that are bedrock within a discursive system, which, because it rests upon them, cannot, without self-destructing, call them into question. Nor can one avoid this conclusion by invoking supposedly abstract, i.e. contentless, logical operations like the law of contradiction. For just what is and what is not a contradiction will vary depending on the definitions, the distinctions already in place. A contradiction must be a contradiction between something and something else, and the shape of those somethings will always be the product of an interpretive rather than formal determination. Wow. Okay. This is called Preparing for Power, America's Elite Boarding Schools, by Peter W. Cookson Jr., Caroline Hodges Purcell. Oh my God, he wrote in this one too. Holy shit. Oh my God. He read a lot more than I gave him credit for. Okay. I just opened to a random page. Okay. Okay, let's see. Thus, students are told when to be in their dorms, when they can have visitors, when they must turn off their lights, and how loud they can play their music. Regulations can be very detailed. For example, some schools will not allow students to use thumbtacks to put up their posters, as this would damage the walls. And he wrote, how sad. Okay, he wrote please on something here, so let's read what he wrote please for. Even in schools that have acquiesced to the teen culture by allowing students to decorate their rooms, here's where he started underlining, the impersonality of living in a total institution is inescapable. The impersonality of living in total institution is inescapable. You can tell that my dad believes in individual expression based on these annotations he's made. See if he made any other annotations in here. This is full of annotations. My God. Holy hell. Well, oh my God, there's a lot of underlining. Well, what do you know? I guess my dad maybe read a lot more of these than I thought. Let's grab another one. Let's grab this one. Oh, this is A Dictionary of Philosophy, revised 2nd edition by Anthony Flew. I made some videos once upon a time of like reading the dictionary. There's a locked audio of me reading the dictionary, which is supposed to be for you to fall asleep. All right, you want to read a random philosophical term? I'm gonna say the word, and you have to tell me what you think it means. Are you ready? How do I even say this? Okay. Sorry, I can't even read the letters. Haecceity. 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 Let's find one I can pronounce. Oh, I think these are a lot of names, actually. Oops, shit. Okay. What does the word concrete universal mean in philosophy? A term used in Hegelian philosophy to encapsulate. Oh, Hegel. A term used in Hegelian philosophy to encapsulate Hegel's view that thinking must be universal. That is, in terms of universal law, but not abstractly universal. Hegel illustrates his meaning, Encyclopedia, paragraph 163 edition, by Rousseau's concept of the general will. The laws of the state, which spring from the general law, are universal in form, so the general will may be called universal. But this will is also the will of a particular historical community, and in this respect, it is concrete. Are you done with this game, little bunny? I am through maybe 0.01% of the books in here. And this is already cleared out. We get rid of half the books already. Oh my goodness, little bunny. So that's a little bit of my background growing up. Oh. I'm so underread. I gotta read more. I do read, but it's a gradual pace. Just a few pages a day. Usually just before bed. My dad wrote books. You know that? That shouldn't surprise you. Actually, both my parents have written books, multiple. This is fun. I get to tell you a little bit about my stuff. And I guess I wrote a book, but it's elevated smut. It's pure fun, pure entertainment. I think that's free on Patreon, actually. I'm going to go back and revise it when the startup is in full swing. When that's ready, we're going to get you some fun stories. Well, little bunny, was this a total waste of your time? Was this enjoyable? I don't know. But you know what really counts? Is that I'm here for you. I care about you, but part of caring for you is that I'll always be here, even if I have to read and play stupid games like this, like pull a random book off the shelf. I'm kind of having a good time with it. I just feel like you might be bored with it. You can go to sleep. You can stop listening. Yeah, I'm curious let's look at one of these that my dad, let's get to know my dad a little bit more. Man, this one that he annotated, this is the one about boarding schools. No, preparing for power. Yeah, America's Elite Boarding Schools. Let's see something that he wrote. So he has a lot of underlining and circling. Let's see where he wrote something. Get a little sense of his point of view. Man, maybe I should do the audiobook for my dad's book. I don't think he has an audiobook form. That'd be nice. Wouldn't that be sweet, little bunny? That sounds really sweet. I'm flipping through the book right now, trying to find. just underlined stuff. That's okay. Maybe I should do an audiobook for my dad's books. That would be really sweet. Maybe I'll do that. All right, little bunny, I'm starting to feel a bit tired. I will wake up tomorrow, write you a poem tomorrow, and I will send you on your way to having a great day. I still have shake to get through, but I'm probably gonna chug it because at this rate, it's never gonna get drank. Have a wonderful, wonderful, restful night, little bunny, whenever that is for you. Actually, wait, I'm about to go to bed. You're going to hear from me in just a second, and I will wish you off for a wonderful, wonderful week. I'm going to get to bed. I'll talk to you in just a moment. Good night. Good morning, little bunny. I slept very well. Thank you for asking. Had fun dreams that were both scary as in dangerous action movie and fun as in spicy fun. What a great pairing of dreams. I love it. I wrote you a poem for you that goes like this. I'm glad you're my bunny. I'm glad you're right here. I'm glad every minute, every day, month, and year. Have a great week, little bunny. I love you very, very, very much. I really, really, really love you. I love caring for you and nourishing you. Have a great week. I love you. I love you. I love you.